have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey. I used to be an avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it. It's been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again. it matter? May I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, do you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. It's...
So,
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
it's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
I'm a private investigator, not an art critic.
I guess you're not as clever as you think, then. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
The sender's label mentions...
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
The sender's label mentions...
That's right.
And you think...
That is what... Go to Dark...
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. I wonder why I still take these things. I should get rid of all this stuff. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But all I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
almost there. Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
See how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
You can see that I'm busy.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
What?
You can't understand.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy. They're cops. They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine. Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
The way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
My God.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
If I had the wing of the curly boy, I would let the men fly home. I'd leave home.
What you looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. Fishing equipment. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I get a Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
From here, I see the hard-working lives, even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse.
英語で飯食べながら見れんやんけ。
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
日本語ないよ。
We're no longer at home on our own island.
Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
I told him, that flunky, that he'll see what a real sailor has in his belly.
If you continue like that, something real bad. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
I'd like to know more about the Hawkins case.
I don't think so.
What more can you say about the death?
Not much more. They were all burned.
The whole mansion.
Don't get it?
What do you mean?
The only one left there is... He can be unpredictable.
Is he a danger?
No.
Come on, you could tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse.
今何し
I
てる
guess it's gonna
話
be
なのか。
complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
娘が殺されて、その画家だったんだけど、その娘が描いてた絵が明らかに
So, who are you?
現実からかけ離れてる絵で、
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
事件に裏があるんじゃないかって
Let's just say
言
we're
っ
standing
て、
guard for the owner of the site.
主
And we
人
let
公が
no one enter
それ
her
を調べ
property.
に来てる。
What are you guarding exactly?
Listen, bonehead, we already told you that we're guarding our boss's turf.
事件現場に入りたいんだけど、警察がまだいて入りたくても入れない状況。
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
探偵芸なんか。
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you. Wait. Now that I think about it, it's got to be
quieter. That's all we need for them to...
What brings you to dark water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more
まあ
scared
ね、
of
探
cat
偵な
than
のは
attacked
クトゥルフ
by
芸によくある
drunken
ことだから。
If only they would kill each other.
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
I'll be back.
Take your time. We're going nowhere.
酒ね。できるんかい。
There.
目星、目星。
One bottle more or less.
あ。ほう。ああ、もういかにもな。お、オカルトだ。
Desk. I can't. I've no idea what it says.
酒だ酒だ。
So, have...
Look what I've got.
You're a good guy, you. Follow me. Cheers, you jackass.
Oof, I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
Say that again. I hope for your sake that I didn't hear.
No, it's not what you think. It's just that you shouldn't hide your hooch in a fish.
ざるだな。酒がいっぱいいて。登れない。
Let's see. Shoot. I'll have to find another way to get in. It's no use. The padlock won't give. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid. What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
This muddy alley is yours? Good for you. I've got work to do.
I don't think that you've quite understood the situation. I'll tell you how things work around here. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
As you wish.
Ah.
If you've broken my nose.
I was careful.
Do you want us to take care of him, Cat?
No, not yet. You don't lack nerve, and you've got a fairly good right. I'm always on the lookout for well-built guys to work for me.
I'll make a note of it.
Please do. I'm Cat. I run the neighborhood. Everyone marches to my tune here. Rather than foolishly risking your skin, come and see me in the bar one of these days. We can talk about what I can do for you, and what you can do for me.
両サイド棒立ちで手助けしないんかってなったわな。
やる気ねえんだなこいつ。さっきのやはり二人はまだ棒立ちやんけ。で、そこ行ける。行ける。
You again. I told.
No need to.
They can't understand. Damn stupid idiots. Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat
ランタンが欲しいな。あ、人増えてる。
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I think it's time to talk business.
No hard feelings.
For a lucky little blow? You think I gotta be boss of these lads without taking any hits? It will serve as a lesson. I was too soft with you. Next time, I'll hit first. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly, but it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
Is that more dangerous than having a drink with you?
I'm not kidding. The old families, they were here long before us, and they'll be here long after we are gone.
The old families?
The descendants of the first whalers. These people truly worship their ancestors.
I've got a few questions about the island.
I'm not here to give you information. Mitchell will tell you what he wants to tell you.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm very serious. A whole family died in a fire, and I've got reason to believe that there's still more to be said on the subject.
Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one,
自分で
Detective.
は的外れな選択しないけど、他人のプレイなら的外れな
You've got
選
no
択を求め
problem
てまうな。
going out looking like that.
How sweet of you to worry about my authority. I wouldn't be here if I was the sort of girl who'd hide away because of a black eye. People here know who they're dealing with. They watch their step.
I was given to believe that
こ
Fitzroy
のゲ
stood
ーム
up to
ど
you.
の選択肢が
That dope tried
死
to
に
save
直
face
結
in
する
front
かわ
of
から
his
んからな
sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley, I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
ブラッドリー。開いてる。
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh, okay.
入る。ゴミしかねえな。よいしょ。
冒頭やし的外れを選んで積むことないやろ。定期。
ねえ。
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ugh, this place stinks.
いやー、緑色だ。
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
お、なんだこれ。原子ですか？
Who has enough money to buy painkillers that stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. What happened here?
수민약民罪パンチどういう状況だよね汚ねえな
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
低解像度はい樽からエビがたくさん出てた。
エビなのかなこれ臓物なんだよな多分魚だな魚
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
またこれとかこれあれだなあ、そうか。もういじれないのか。4ポイント。話術上げとく。確認と。
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage, or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Looks like you've met your match, Baker. I'd like to see that more often.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Get this jackass out of here before I stroke his other cheek. But we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
ちなみ、クトゥルフ要素どこ？
もうね、冒頭一発目にあったんだけど、主人公が悪夢見てたから。ジョーカーみたいに口裂けてんの。おーやべえ、すげえ歯生えてるぞ。
クトゥルフ要素、まだかかりそうですかね。
まだかかるかもしれませんね。
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
いやいやいや、選択肢を。
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see... Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to...
You won't get me to believe...
It's a very old building, you know?
It's got nothing...
So, since it remains to be seen, let's go up.
I prefer to...
Wise...
Could he be a...
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. Though, he's...
A sad old man.
Gee...
Nightfall.
I'll go with you.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
BGM で落としてくるのやべえね。
Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's Pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Put down the axe, and I'll forget that you threatened a cop.
Show your badge, cop, and then we can talk.
You don't need to see my badge.
You're a bad liar, city boy. For the last time, tell me why you're here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance?
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
話し終わって速攻でジップをつけるのやめろ。スキル高くなかったら死んでるのかな。サイラス60です。
無限オイルジッポくん。
このサイズ感。何してたのお
Stop
前。
here. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me. Stop bothering me.
わかったから。
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
いや、緑だな。
同じことを連呼するチェスター君が意地。
そんな外事チェスター君64歳。ディスク版だけど割とロード長えな。狂気に落ちる。
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
緑だ。ケブそのランタンくれねえかな。
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
なんで最後の夕食残ってんの。肉だ。
What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
医学低すぎて役立たなさすぎる。Oh.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
Oh.
Sarah
わざわ
Hawkins
ざ何
didn't
の
eat.
肉か聞くということはあ
Was
れ
it
か
because of the meat or something else?
Ah.
Something happened at this table. An argument?
インターネット接続が。
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day.
回線の弱さを煽られるのくさ。
回線弱いくせに高えからな。これ何の肉マジ。いやー、どう見ても、目がありますね。おかしいですね。ケブ
Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
どう見ても、
イカのようななんかのような。
Did someone escape the fire? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? They had a fight. Why? Did it stop at the time of the fire? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
酒
Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
ああ、どう見ても触手です。ありがとうございます。
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee.
いや、想像力豊かな退役軍人だな。
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
あ、そういましたね、あなた。警察はこの捜査で失敗を犯していた。手がかりは合わないんですよ。
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
What's your theory?
I suspect a crime of passion.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
そのランプくれよ。
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Yo, お、これが元々の肖像画か。動物を比較した人体の特殊性に関する精密で詳細な論文である。大観察で語彙が俗っぽく堕落者でも無理が起っているの。よく確かまだ正気。
Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692. by two families that seceded from the New England colonies. There's something disturbing about this painting.
Ah,
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
2万里か。そのランプくれよ。
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
This place was falling apart long before the fire. This place was falling apart long before the fire. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
いやー、なんか出ませんこれ。ネズミがいた。くれなー。お、これ。事務所の鍵。隠されてたって言い方じゃねえと思うんだけど。
This door is locked.
鍵は
This door is locked.
ああ、なんかいますね。爪痕ありましたね。ケープ生きてるかな。いたいた。
Did you hear that?
え
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins...
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
こっちから来たんだろうな。あ、なんかある。
This door is blocked from the outside.
めっちゃ反応してんのに何があんだ。あ、これか。おや、バールのようなもの。
A crowbar could prove useful.
バールなんだよな。
バールのような何かなんだよな。医学書。力来てるかな。ちょ。
This door is locked.
鍵かかってる。あ、戻っても仕方ねえ。バールで何を使うんですかね。フランケンシュタインでしょ。熱い熱い。結構冷えんの早いな。
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692.
集まる要
By
素
two
よ。
families that seceded from the New England. A book on hunting whales. The island's staple diet last century.
多分本当に真っ暗な洞窟とかっていう場面でずっとつけておくことができないようになってるシステムで。
There's something disturbing about this painting. There's something disturbing about this painting.
バールが出てきたからって手がかり。サイラスのものか。事務所がどこなんでしょうね。戻りゃいいのかな。こっか。おやおやおや。いかんですよ。オカルトだー。
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult?
いたー。
Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it?
申し訳程度のクトゥルフ。
やっとそれっぽくなってきたな。
申し訳程度のクトゥルフが来たぞ。
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins
絵画
sold.
のお金ですか。
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
彼ら互いを愛し合っていた。こ ちらにも通じている。
The door is blocked on the other side.
逆か。
Bradley? Is that you?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. 開いてますね。さっき開かなかったんですよね。
両開きのドア。
Is anyone there?
来るぞ。待てー。やったー、ランタンゲットだー。違う違う。
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level.
飛び降りなきゃいけないところでしゃがんでしまう。
He can't be far.
へえ。まあいや、ランタンゲットだぜ。
I'll cover you.
ああ、なるほど。ランタンでいいだろう。お湯があるのかな。あ、あるんだね。
This door was closed earlier.
じゃあランタンじゃなくていいだろう。ああ、開いてるね。
Where did he go?
います。
They look like Celtic runes.
大丈夫だ。
Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
It looks like an old seaway map.
ああ、机の中身は取れないのか。
Seems like this came from a log.
血で海は赤く染まり、これを追うことは神々に背くことだ。死んだ仲間がいるが我々は栄光を手にした。それを孤独になったすると本当に健全な。
There must be a link with the seaway map. As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
動いてるのか。よくあるやつかい。
It looks like a freehand map of dark water. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
ラクダの地図。汚ねえな。
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins.
オイル。ああ、なるほど。おう。
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange. No ship has left Darkwater's shore for years. Maybe he kept them for sentimental reasons.
思い出のために残しておくかね。
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
あ、そういう謎解きのやつ。あ、公開図。
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
マジか。
There must be a link with the seaway map.
42の70、45、49の61。へえ。あんな怒ってるっていうことはそういうことなんだろうな。
メモ書きゲー。
これしっかり推理させるんだな。ああ、なるほど。
Doesn't work. There must be a link with the seaway map.
北に42の
There must be a link with the seaway map.
北西70。15で42の北西の70。ウエスト70。この辺ってこと？
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. There must be a link with the seaway map.
42の70。42。ウエストに70。
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. Doesn't
ワイだっ
work.
たらここで
I
コン
must
ト
have
ロ
missed
ーラ
something.
ー投げるな。
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
公海路だろう。
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
33と53が素晴らしい記念すべき日だっつってんだから。特意33の33、53だからまあこの辺。あ、いた。
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
戻れっかな。見落としねえかな。ランプ明るい。
紙にもカッコで書かれてたしね。
そう、丸の絵の丸のやつも一番濃く書かれてたからね。やっぱ明るいな。
ドア開けたところいかんのか。
いや、そうなんだけどさ、ぶん殴られてここ探索してねえなと思って。 特別なんもねえか。
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
あるじゃねえか。物があるじゃねえか。これは見たでしょ。ガバ。ガバ探索。結局こっちは開かないんだ。
The door is blocked on the other side.
そんなもんか。よし。
隅々まで見てたら終わらなそう。
多分今でも普通に見逃しありそう。オカルトの知識と医療の知識はマップ上に落ちてる収集アイテム取らないと上がっていかないらしいから、あんまりスルーしすぎるとやばいんだろうな後半。そしてランタンがやばい。さてと、どういう仕掛けだよ。あ、やばい、洞窟だ。クトゥルフ要素がまだ薄いですな。狂気に陥る。
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
味の薄いサイコブレイクか。
Yeah.
サイコブレイク見たこ
And
と
he
ない
had
け
a
ど。
direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
サイコブレイクはもう、あれは世界観的にもっとカオスだから。
Look, someone's been here recently.
3 seats.
おやおや、なんか変なのもいたよな。なんですかね、これは。
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others?
名前を言ってはいけないあの人みたいな顔してんな。
Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house. What is this mask supposed to represent?
なんですかね、これ。ああ、顔が。普通の聖母じゃねえ。顔がやべえ。泥棒の痕跡なんですけど。
顔がおっさん。
いや、顔がタコ。ズームできないからな。となんだか調べて。
かわいい。
敬語が高いと見える。なんだ。調べてない。調べてない。聖杯。ピオザは多いでしょ。あ、これか。
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
ああ、見てしまったか。セーブされてしまったな。これ開かねえのかな。
This padlock is too complicated for me.
タコ。いかにもじゃないですか。
Of course. And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Ooh. 無能警官名。洞窟の中心室。ああ、戻れなさそうだな。絶対なんかいるじゃん。
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
お。いやー、始まりましたね。来ましたよ。
These paintings must be several centuries old.
消失した部族。いやー、
An
これ
old
ですよ、こ
diary.
れ。古い日記。
Sad way to go.
これです、これです。はあ。
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
いやー。曲で煽ってくるな。
何の石像なんや。
まあね。何が
This monstrous creature must be an allegory. おや。These buildings seem to have come out of the water.
あらあら。ああ、やばいですね。産地が上がるな。ああ、降りんのか。結構開かねえのか。
壁画とはだいぶ旧時代。
失われた部族とか書いてあったから多分結構前からなんだろうね。
Time has weakened these structures.
脆くなっているっていうのはフラグだよな。絶対崩れるじゃん。いやー、なんか光ってんな。
I don't have time to search them all.
光ってんな。なんだろうな、これな。
It looks like animal oil, but certainly not whale.
ポーションかな。何の油なんだろうな。
感度5000倍の薬。
感度5000倍。対マニー用の薬なのかな。開くんだ。
What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down.
生きてたんです
We're
ね。
not alone.
What have you got me into?
濡れないで来れるんかい。
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
明らか自分以外の人間がいるところで声でかすぎだろう、お前。あららららら。重傷ですね。真っ最中じゃねえか。でーん。
A mass grave.
壁と壁が近くて寄ったぞ。
ああ。あれ俺中視点表示。あ、違う。設定を適用。OK。中視点を出したよ。
A table for sacrifice?
生贄か。すげえな。 あの短時間でよくあんなそっくりな自画像描けるな。
酔い止めドットくん。
An engraved whalebone. A strange creature has been carved into it. Probably a figure of worship.
絶対クジラじゃないよね。さて、何が起きるかな。ほら、そっくり。
I got it.
Ah, yeah, wait.
I can't breathe. What?
3時クライマックス。
No, damn it! I must find a way out of here.
開かねえのかよ。あったあったあった。しゃがめばいいんだね。はいはいはい。3時直送です。
Is it my turn? Yes. It is time. You will soon be one of us. If your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
Ah. 明らかに聞こえてきてはいけない儀式の声がするな。あれと
I can't read Latin.
ラテン語か。またどうせ開かないんだな。やってんなー。抜け道いっぱいだ。くれー。絶対低画質じゃ見えない。
盛り上がってきたけどお風呂は行ってくるわ。
おい。開くんだこっち。行くんだそして。
You who sleep, accept this dream under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fetag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Yibithink, Upadk, Cthulhu Bithinkor.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
ああ、もう完全にあれじゃないですか。
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Yor El Cthulhu Kasha.
Tag.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
Yorel Cthulhu Bug Shunk.
Let your dreamers open the way, so that the day...
I feel him.
Shh. You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, bring me more sacred flesh into the kingdom of the earth.
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Ishtelbaz Natulu, Lenalaf, Kli Nochschlag, Hele, Gorkanira, Sigov, Venia Bedach, Nikif, Krishtelbaz Natulu, Lenalaf, Kli Nochschlag, Hele, Gorkanira, Sigov, Venia Bedach, Nikif, Krishtelbaz Natulu.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
Shoot.
Get back!
You asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
I need to get out of here.
My leg! Light! At last.
いやー、よくね、光があるな。いやー。入手。 かったのかい。
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No! What happened to me? Where am I?
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here.
You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we.
You don't understand. If I go out, he'll see me. No! No!
You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scrawled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. When the last of them rises up, you will choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
A friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. I saw the nurses at work on a patient. It wouldn't be good for me to get caught.
You must avoid them at all costs. If someone found out that I released you from your room, I'd never find work in a hospital again.
So nice of you to worry about me like that.
Do not be unpleasant, Mr. Pierce. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as soon as the way is free.
Understood.
Dr. Colden, I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be your ruin.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those 2 myself.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valves.
As you want. I'm gonna see if there's sleeping pills left. They've run out again upstairs.
Put a few aside for me, will you? And above all, leave the wheels where they are.
If I walk, I do not stop. If I do not stop, he does not catch me. If he does not catch me, I do not sleep. Get me out! Don't let me sleep.
What is up inside me? I feel it in my head and in my body. It swells and has strength of oceans. Its waves rise and crash, leaving behind them only a trail of white, nourishing foam. He is my master. He enters me. Yes, yes.
Burns me. I will not eat it anymore. Never again. I must not eat it. I must know that it is not good.
Have I activated anything? Good God. What could this machine be used for? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine? This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? It's done. Now for the others. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation? Worse and worse. Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch. Locked. Perfect. With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape. Control wheel to mount on a plumbing system. Scopolamine, morphine, opium. Nothing but common drugs. The green gas leaves from here, and it runs through the whole building. Perfect. Theoretically, I've only got one lever to push. This lever must turn on the gas machine. Now for the next step. There's nothing happening. The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway. This valve controls the pressure.
You'll find me. You can see me.
Let's calm down.
No, no. Ah! Ah!
Pain is just information, dear Francis. Invaluable information for my research.
Kill me. Kill me. If you don't kill me, he will.
I fear your mind is lost forever.
Zoology, esotericism, mineralogy. Sarah Hawkins. She was a patient here. Dementia, self-inflicted wounds, anatomy, anthropology, nothing surprising.
You. Yeah, you there. Come here. I don't know what you're...
What do you want?
Sleep. That's all.
Sleep?
No. Have you seen the...
You want sleeping pills?
Yeah.
You'll draw the guards to...
So...
I'll find you some help.
Go look in the storage.
Hey! This way! Come on, show yourself. Is there anybody around here?
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway. hide before the guards see me.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard... What did they do to you?
The doctor? The doctor wants... And yet I told him that I didn't want him. The real culprit is Sarah.
You're kidding. I saw the traces. Is it connected?
She tried to correct her mistake, yes.
What's going on this island? What are you talking about?
Destiny!
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor.
Sanders.
Without her, it's no longer possible to...
No! Sanders! What the hell? I gotta... Okay. This is insane. What killed him? Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Who goes there? That nightmare again. I need a drink.
awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
I met a Francis.
Of course, he's a...
He?
What?
I'm not...
Tell me how many...
I didn't see what.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins.
Sarah Hawkins? This makes no sense.
You really think she's involved?
Francis Sanders mentioned...
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art... I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
You're right. Without a plausible explanation for what I saw, let's not jump to conclusions.
That seems wise indeed.
Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
I'll do my best.
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this island.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders? I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well. Look who's here.
You know each other?
We met briefly, but he made a strong impression on me. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to When?
Yesterday.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was in Turkey. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day... How was he?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. Did she really care for him after all? The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Friends, even? A house of artists. A house of artists. Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell it? He was... The Shambler. I need to see it. Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes. I can't take any more. I can't hold him back. Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah. That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective.
I've got a lot of...
Some can be... What have you come look...
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about before making an offer.
Nice story. But as long as you...
And you?
I'm here on business. She doesn't intend to hang around here.
Why you?
Believe it or not. A choice that comes down to...
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those. These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times. The public entrance to the gallery. Why was he so interested in old weapons? The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery. What the hell was that?
What the hell was that? I can't even touch it. What the hell was that?
What the hell was that? Damn. Did it hit? Damn it! This dagger didn't work. Damn it! What the hell was that? Damn. This dagger looks different.
You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.